Pinpoint. Pinpoint. The detective used the evidence to pinpoint the exact time of the crime. I can pinpoint the moment when I fell in love with him. Her keen observation skills allowed her to pinpoint the problem immediately. Moderate. Moderate. It is important to maintain a moderate level of physical activity for good health. He takes a moderate approach to solving problems, avoiding extremes. A moderate amount of sunlight is beneficial to vitamin D production. Unborn. Unborn. She dedicated her life to protecting the rights of the unborn. The legislation aims to protect the rights of the unborn. The unborn child can already respond to external stimuli. Imprecise. Imprecise. Her directions were imprecise, so I got lost. His memory of the event was imprecise and filled with gaps. The imprecise instructions caused confusion among the employees. Influenza. Influenza. She caught the influenza and had to stay in bed for a week. The influenza outbreak resulted in many school closures. He got vaccinated to prevent influenza. Speeding. Speeding. He was caught speeding and had to pay a fine. Speeding is dangerous and against the law. The driver was issued a ticket for speeding on the highway. Rage. Rage. She was filled with rage when she heard the news. His temper flared up in a fit of rage. The crowd erupted in rage after the unfair decision. Idiom. Idiom. The phrase, kick the bucket, is an example of an idiomatic expression. Learning idioms can be challenging for non-native English speakers. She used an idiom to add humor to her speech. Informative. Informative. The documentary was very informative and taught me a lot about the history of the city. The teacher gave an informative lecture on climate change. The book provided informative charts and graphs to illustrate the data. Raw. Raw. I prefer to eat my vegetables raw rather than cooked. He has a raw talent for playing the piano, but he still needs practice. The novel provides a raw depiction of life in a war-torn country. Speeding. Imprecise. Idiom. Rage. Informative. Raw. Moderate. Influenza. Pinpoint. Unborn.